Stickosaurus here. Today we're going to be working on a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers pink helmet. This has been sitting under my workbench for about 2 years. I made one previously when I had just a small printer and I had printed pieces, and it never turned out very well, but it was okay to sit on my shelf. I never even put a visor in it. It's actually sitting over there. I tried to redo the paint and ran into a lot of issues. But I printed this when I got my new printer, and I just never got around to it. I had it sanded already and ready to go. And last night I decided to fill in some of the gaps on the chin I had left. But I think it's about time to finish it. I don't remember where this model's from. I think I got it off of Etsy. It has a hinge mechanism here. I just have it nailed in there right now to test it. The back is printed, it's over there. I just forgot to grab it. But it's a nice model. It's got like hinges in here to put little round pegs that fit in on the back. You gotta bend it a little bit, which always kind of worries me. But yeah, it should be okay. I'm just gonna sand this and then we'll prime it and see what will work. All right, so I just sand the chin here, then we hit it with a coat of filler primer. And then after that, we'll sand it again with some 220 grit sandpaper. Then after that, we're going to hit it with a second coat of filler primer. And after I let that dry for probably about a week usually, we'll go in with some wet sandpaper and sand the whole thing. Okay, we are done. You put base coat on this Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger helmet here. I'm going with a flat white primer. You say, why not do gloss? Well, I could. The last time I tried that, it didn't go well. Hold on, I'll grab it. So this was the first go around on this helmet. This is probably like 3 years old now. As you can see, it's probably about 12 pieces altogether, bondoed. I did this on my little 200 by 200 helmet, printer I mean. So it's not great. Just every time I tried the gloss and tried to paint over it with the pink, it just looked awful. So we're going to do flat primer. Also, the primer will dry quicker. The gloss takes forever to dry, so we should be able to work on the pink probably tomorrow. I still gonna let it dry these 24 hours, and we're gonna gloss coat it anyway. So it all works out. I use flat paint all the time since I clear coat everything, flat acrylic and all that. It just dries quicker, and the acrylic stuff just doesn't matter. Because once you hit it with that clear, it's a very good feeling, seeing it start to pop. So just gonna do some flat white primer on this, let it dry, and then we'll move on to the pink. Okay, that is 3 coats of some flat white primer. Gonna let this dry. Probably, I don't know if I'll get to it tomorrow. It might not be for another week. I mean, it won't matter to you, but it looks good. Again, there's deep lines in this one, which is fine because they're the detail lines, which is kind of nice for once. I won't have to, trace and pray like I do with some helmets, but I think it's looking okay. I was a little worried about the striations, but they seem to be coming out. You can still kind of see it in the back a little bit, but again, once we get the other paint on and then the gloss coat, I think it's gonna be fine. But all right, let's let her dry. Okay, so we got that painted, and I don't know, there must have been dust or something because it got a bunch of little like heavy spots with stuff on it around here. So I took this, wet sanded it with some 400 and 1000 grit, and we're gonna try to hit it with another coat. I'm sure it's probably gonna screw it up, but we'll see. And it looks weird now because the wet sand takes the sheen off it, because it's gloss paint, so that's why it looks all splotchy, kind of. But we'll hit this with another light coat. Hopefully it looks better in the end. If not, we'll just deal with what we have. My luck is probably going to screw it up more, but we'll see. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. I think that turned out okay. Hopefully it dries okay. Let me get in here real quick. Again, the clear coat will also help too, but I think it looks a lot better. But that's where we're at with this. Gonna let this dry. Hopefully not too long. I should be able to get the detail lines done today. These are really deep and nice on this, so hopefully I can make them look okay. I'm kind of scared to take the masking off because I went really heavy in here by accident when I was spraying it the first time. So hopefully I masked good enough that it didn't leak, but we'll see. If not, always fix it. And here I just masked off everything but the mouthpiece and did 2 coats of silver metallic paint here. Then we moved on to the detail lining. Like I said before, this has some really deep grooves in it, so it was actually pretty simple. It didn't take very long. I did a couple passes because it just wasn't filling in with paint, but it all worked out in the end. Also, I don't know if I got it on camera here, but I also touched up some of the white with a white acrylic paint marker as well. Okay, Mighty Morphin Pink here, ready for the old gloss coat. A little nervous about it. Just not having a good luck with this white primer paint. It's been peeling. So we'll see what happens here. We're gonna do light coat. Hopefully it's light enough that it seals it, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll give it a go. All right, that is 3 coats of clear gloss. Might do one more in a little bit. I don't know. She's not popping. Or maybe she is, and it's just a weird angle. I don't know. I can't tell. I'm gonna put it up so high, like a fool, But we'll let it dry. Then it'll be time to add the visor and elastic. maybe magnets? I don't know. If you saw before, this has some weird connection thing in the bottom, so I'm not sure how it'll work with the magnets, but we'll see. Let's see what we can do. Here we're just making the visor. Just using some masking paper to make a template. Put it on some plastic here, cut it out, hot glue it in. I tried hard to get this to kind of concave more and form around the beak, I guess it is, but I just wasn't having any luck, so it's not as flush as I'd like it to be, but it looks okay. Okay, actually, this is a week later. I ran out of time while working on this last week, but we're gonna finish her up here. She's been sitting here, she got a little dusty. We'll brush it off before we do our pretty spin around. Oh boy, what did I do? What did I do up there? Don't worry, you didn't see that. You can't see that, only I can see that. That's fun. So I usually put magnets in this, not going to. It has those weird clasp things. These. So it only fits one way, and I think magnets might just be overkill. I mean, this is on there. So I think I'm just gonna do some elastic, and then we're gonna call it. We will call it, so let's get to it. All right, just like that, we are done. I think it turned out nice, but let's hit to the spin around. Alright. I don't know if that was on right. This thing is really hard to put on by yourself with these clasps. These inside clasps. It does close and look good together, as you saw in the spin around, so trust me, if that didn't look good, I apologize. It's just really hard to get on by myself. But I think this turned out wonderful. This is probably the best Mighty Morphin helmet I've done. All my other ones are pretty garbage. My green was the first one I ever did. I don't know if you can see if it's in frame. The front jaw actually comes out and attaches. That's how that comes on. And then my black isn't good. There's no lines on it. It had a lot of paint issues. It's okay. My red has a bunch of peeling. My yellow is good. I love my yellow. I wish it had some, I put the pinstripe on it. I wish I would have done that and then cleared it, which I guess I still could. Or I could just print a new one. But that's in the future. I would like to redo my MMPR ones for sure, now that I've certainly gotten better at this. But yeah, I love this pink. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this has been sitting under my workbench for about 2 years, just honestly. I tried it at first and just, I don't know, wasn't feeling it. I think I was going to use some sort of self-leveling, like epoxy, like XTC or something on it, and I just never got around to it, so I decided to just finish it one day, and here we are. I wish I could have got the visor a little more flush, as you can see here. But honestly, I've seen people spend $300, $400 on helmets that have visors like that. I mean, they're not vacuum formed, they're not, it's not simple. Maybe it is, I don't know, but yeah. Man, just staring at that, I just love it. This is one of my favorite Zoo Ranger helmets anyway, out of the 5, 6, I guess. I just really like I think it incorporates the animal design the best. This and the black do, and then maybe yellow. Blue and red, just, I don't know. And I don't really care for green either. I know people roast me, but, you know, never been a Tommy guy. So, but yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, this journey, this 2-year journey for this helmet. there's anything you want to see me make, let me know. I can try to make it happen. Always, constantly have stuff in the works. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Don't worry about that. And if you said something before and I said, yeah, I'll get there, make it, I'm probably already working on it. I promise you. I promise you. Unless I said, oh, I don't have that, then I'll probably still will find it and we'll make it for you. Don't you worry. So got that. If you have any questions, hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. I'll be glad to answer them. Comment, like, subscribe if you want to catch new videos, hopefully every week by now. And thanks for watching.